Leave him alone. Harry's best army pal destroys Meghan after she blackmails Harry to stay in the United States. Hello truth seekers and welcome back to our channel, where we unveil the shocking truths behind the glamorous world of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with a red hot scoop that's sure to have you fist pumping in furious solidarity with Prince Harry's plight. Grab your earbuds and get ready for some explosive real talk, because my military insider sources have handed me one doozy of an update on the trauma over our beloved exiled prince is secretly enduring behind closed doors. Trust me, once you hear the full extent of Meghan's latest blackmail scheme to keep Harry her willing hostage in California, you're going to be begging for that manipulative witch's head on a spike. According to my source, a high-ranking officer who bunked with the prince in Helmand said Harry's been resisting the royal-born instinct to jet back and comfort his stricken dad and sister through their respective cancer battles. Every single fibre of that courageous military soul is being pulled back to stand vigil with the royals he loves and respects dearly, despite the rancour. In fact, the veteran confided in me that his old mucker has been overheard during hush pool house therapy sessions, wondering aloud whether this could finally be the tragic olive branch that brings the entire estranged clan back together amid this consuming health and family crisis. Harry apparently longs for nothing more than to set aside years of bitter wounds so he can simply be there for his vulnerable blood, just like any loyal son and brother should. But alas, as is often the case with our tragic prince, the callous machinations of his cruel captor have robbed him of any chance to do the right thing and find solace in tragedy's cold embrace. You see, my source ominously warns the icy Duchess Meghan has been keeping Harry as a maximum lockdown prisoner on America's west coast, blackmailing him with the diabolical threat of abandoning him and their royal hybrid kids if he ever dares defy her and return to Britain. Let that soak in for a minute. Even as Charles and Kate lie wasted in hospital beds fighting for their lives, Meghan has taken her malicious control freak tendencies to a sickening new low, torturing Harry's broken soul from the inside by keeping him virtually incarcerated under threat of depriving him of everything: kids, wealth, status, the works. If he ever dares honour his vows to his stricken family back home. How much more depraved can one woman become in a ravenous pursuit of sadistic power and domination? Call me old-fashioned, but keeping a grown man psychologically hostage by threatening to nuke his entire existence during the darkest family emergency imaginable is basically emotional terrorism. Anyone who's been paying attention to the world's most toxic catastrophe of a marriage could have seen this latest vindictive checkmate from Meghan coming a million miles away. At the cold core of her heart, the Duchess dominatrix has always been threatened to the point of obsession by any potential disruption to a possessive hold over the real-life prince she's currently ensnared. Say what you will about Harry's biggest blunders, but at least Wallis Simpson had the self-awareness to remain on the sidelines and occasionally let her duke re-engage with royal affairs of grave importance. She knew better than to risk a total severance from a precious meal ticket, but not our megalomaniacal Meghan. Her pathological desperation for total control over Harry's remaining sovereign status has devolved into imprisoning him in a loveless Cali jail whenever the nearest thought of reconnecting with the crown flirts across his mind. So, rather than extending even the most cursory olive branch of compassion at her in-laws' respective death sentences diagnoses, Meghan instead seized on this grotesque cancer horror show as yet another opportunity to torture and weaken the man she claims to adore, locking down any potential escape routes and making a literal hostage out of Harry until the narcissistic media for global stardom is finally satiated, the ultimate insensitivity and cruelty. Take a step back and really absorb the Queen of Emotional Abuse's latest masterclass in sadistic tyranny. Cancer-stricken King Charles and cancer warrior Kate are lying in those hospital beds, resisting the full force of modern medicine, all while Meghan, our self-proclaimed humanitarian goddess of mercy, has banned their own beloved prince from being there in their dying hour, just to protect her own interests. If that doesn't sum up why Meghan has rapidly become the most hated woman on planet Earth in record time, I honestly don't know what more I could say. Even history's most infamous husbands, snatching home wreckers like Camilla or Wallis, had more compassion than this. At least they understood the concept of a family emergency, not the Duchess of Darkness though, With her, it's a 24/7 whirlpool of relentless neediness, selfishness, control freakery, and spiteful vindictiveness, pushing every situation to its most grotesque extreme, so long as she emerges the worshipped winner. No lines are too sacred to cross, not even dangling Harry's tortured exile from his deathbed-ridden patriarch and sister just to reinforce a possessive supremacy.